Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. I want to circle back on how what this means for Matt Painter, right? This is a guy that has, I would make the argument, been like a top 5, top 8, one of the best coaches in college basketball over the course of the last decade. He took over a program that wasn't at the top of the Big Ten. He got it there. He had it disintegrate because of the unfortunate situation with Robbie Hummels ACLs, right? And I'm not making light of that. That really is what happened. And then kind of went downhill again. And I think they finished last place in the Big Ten in 2014. And they've won, I think it's 5 of the last 7 Big Ten regular season titles now. Won a couple of Big Ten tournaments. Lost to a 13 seed in 2021. Lost to a 15 seed in 2022, lost to a 16 seed in 2023, and now here they are in the Final Four. What does this mean for Matt Painter?
I think I had him in the hot seat a decade ago. I'm not kidding. I think I did, and I think he
almost went
called
to
me up.
Missouri. Remember that? He almost left for Missouri.
Right. But I'm pretty sure Matt Painter called me up, if I remember correctly, and said, you know what? You're right. I should be in the hot seat. Like, how many guys do that? How many guys? And that is the best part of Matt Painter, is the accountability and how he did it this year. Now, I'm sure he had some help from Tony Bennett and how to handle this thing, because obviously there was already a blueprint with Virginia losing in the first round to a 16 seed and winning the whole thing. But I think even when we saw Painter in the offseason this year, he was transparent. He was accountable. Hey, this is on me. Remember what he said, guys? This is on me. This team wasn't there when we lost to Arkansas Little Rock. This team wasn't there for all the pitfalls that we've faced and suffered in the NCAA tournament early. But I've been there for all of them. This is on me and my ability. I've got to adapt. I got to figure this thing out. I got to be accountable. And it is great. I mean, you're not going to find a better dude than Matt Painter in this business. You're not going to find a better guy. And to have him get to the Final Four, and at least it takes some of the pressure off. Obviously, they're a team that wants to win the whole thing now because they feel like they're as good as anybody coming into the year. And yeah, UConn, more people are certainly favoring the Huskies right now. But last I checked, Purdue's been pretty damn good in this NCAA tournament so far as well.
Yeah. What does this mean, Randolph?
You know what, Jeff? I'd say this. We've been around Matt. I know one of his assistants really, really well, and obviously the Big Ten Conference Assistant of the Year actually is on the staff, and Brandon's a really good friend. And I think privately he would have to admit there was a confidence thing. There was a doubt. I'd be shocked if he really wouldn't admit that, because, and the reason I say that is because as good as he's been, this is a style that not many people play. Right? From personnel standpoint, like how many people are legitimately looking for as a centerpiece playing through the centers, playing through their frontline guys, he's stuck with that. He's built around that, and obviously they've evolved. They've always ran great stuff, but people question: can they win in March? Can you win like this in March? Can you win? You get, and then after last year, being the second number one to lose to a 16, there had to be doubts. Did he come back? Obviously, they're back. They responded. Keeping the big fella in school changes a lot of things, obviously, and they come back and they're on this Final Four run. But I'd be hard-pressed to believe that he didn't go home at night, some nights going like, man, is this – can we figure this? Not whether he was a good coach. We know he's a great coach. He's done a lot of things, one of the better coaches in the country. But can you win and get a Final Four and potentially win a national championship playing like this? Through frontline guys. Big. This isn't your modern. This isn't Nate Oaks, Alabama team that everybody's dying to get an assistant to learn this style, the analytics and all this. This is a throwback style that he's implemented and they're been incredibly successful with. But it's a style you don't always win. It's the same thing we get on Tony Bennett about. You get in March and then you have your doubts about it, and they went through it just like Virginia. Like you said, can't be a nicer dude, more humble dude in the country coaching college basketball. Incredible man. I'm so happy for him because when he's been alone at night, it's been like, man, he's taken a lot of crap, even from his own, about whether this style can win. And now they're in a Final Four with as good a chance as anybody to win a national championship. And they're so deserving of it because it's a great story off of what happened a year ago.
Yeah, I'm sure it was just the vocal minority on Twitter and on YouTube that was saying this, but there were people that were like, we got to fire Matt Painter after the Fairleigh Dickinson thing last year. There were people like, it's not going to work with him. We need somebody else, which is just like insane when you think about it. But I'm glad that he's
because Rob, you
able
become a victim of your own success, right? They've and I said this before about I said this before here about Purdue. We weren't going to know about this Purdue team had they gotten over last year until we got into March, because we had seen Big Ten titles. We have seen Big Ten tournament championships. We've seen all that doing Matt. So what happens is if he doesn't go on this run, he's like a victim of his own success. We know he's good. We know he can coach. And then after a while, this is where the Purdue fans are kind of like, this is what we do. We win some games. We may win a season, but we know come March, it's like, all right, they're like waiting for it. They build, and you can tell there's a little bit of that this year. It's kind of like, all right, let's wait and see. Everybody's a little bit apprehensive. Everybody's a little bit concerned. Like, all right, we're going to have that moment. Here it goes. Here it goes. And then for them to be in the Final Four, it kind of shuts everyone up, man, and validates it. And I'd be surprised if they don't. I picked them to go. I thought they were they have taken November and December and brought it into March and April, and it's fun to see.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.